This could be the first iPhone in years that makes you stop mid-scroll and think, wait, did Apple really just do that? Leaks are pointing to a move that could completely change how the iPhone feels in your hand. Instead of sticking with titanium, which Apple hyped so much for the iPhone 16 Pro, the iPhone 17 Pro might actually go back to aluminum, something we haven't seen in years. And if you think that sounds like a downgrade, hold on, because the reasons behind this move are way more interesting than they sound. Welcome back, viewers. James here. If you're new around here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of these deep dives into Apple's biggest moves. Now, let's dig into why this aluminum rumor could be the biggest design shake up since the iPhone X. Titanium was supposed to be the star of the show, with the iPhone 16 Pro lighter, stronger, and more premium than stainless steel. And honestly, it was a big deal. But here's the twist: aluminum is about 40% lighter than titanium, and it's also way better at conducting heat. That means the iPhone 17 Pro could feel noticeably lighter in your pocket while also staying cooler during gaming, 4K recording, or running those intense apps. For anyone who's felt their iPhone heat up during a long gaming session, this could be a game changer. But there's more to it than just weight and heat. A leaked chassis photo, supposedly from Apple's supply chain, shows an iPhone frame where not only the body, but even the camera housing is aluminum. If that's real, Apple is basically going back to the days of the iPhone 7 and earlier, when metal dominated the design. Except this time, they'll need a clever workaround for wireless charging, since charging doesn't work through solid metal. The leak hints at a glass cutout on the back, which would keep MagSafe and wireless charging alive, so the phone could feel like solid metal in the hand, but still keep the functionality we've gotten used to. That raises another question: how will Apple balance looks with practicality? Glass backs have been part of the premium iPhone vibe since the iPhone 8, giving that glossy finish people associate with luxury. Aluminum changes that aesthetic. It's more matte, more industrial, more durable. Will Apple lean into a sleek brushed metal vibe, or will we see a hybrid look that blends aluminum strength with glass shine? The suspense is real. Now, this isn't Apple's first rodeo with material experiments. Remember when Google tried a two-tone metal and glass combo on the Pixel? They made it work, and Apple could easily refine that idea in its own way. But the move isn't without critics. Some experts are skeptical that Apple would really abandon titanium so quickly. Still, when you factor in the benefits of aluminum, it makes sense. Lighter weight for comfort, better heat dissipation for performance, and maybe even easier large-scale production. And speaking of heat, this could be where Apple surprises us most. Reports suggest the iPhone 17 Pro might not just rely on aluminum's natural cooling abilities, but also pack in a vapor chamber cooling system. If that sounds fancy, it's because it is. Vapor chambers are usually found in gaming laptops and high-end Android flagships, spreading heat far more efficiently than traditional methods. Combine that with aluminum, and you're looking at an iPhone that could stay cooler under pressure than anything Apple's released before. Imagine recording 8K video for extended sessions without the dreaded overheating warning. That's the kind of behind-the-scenes upgrade most people won't see but will definitely feel. Of course, Apple isn't going to reveal anything until launch, and leaks can always be off the mark. But with the iPhone 17 Pro expected around September 19, 2025, we're not that far away. And if this design shift really happens, it would mark Apple's first return to a mostly metal body in nearly a decade. That's more than just a design refresh. It's a statement. But here's where it gets even more interesting: the accessories. Leaks suggest Apple isn't stopping with the phone itself. Alongside the iPhone 17 series, Apple could be introducing a new line of liquid silicone cases with a twist, built-in lanyard support. Yeah, Apple cases with actual lanyard cutouts. That's a big shift, because until now, the only official Apple products with lanyards were things like the iPod Touch and the AirPods Pro case. If this turns out to be real, it means Apple is finally addressing one of the biggest user complaints, that their cases look good but lack practicality. And it's not just the lanyard cutouts. These cases are rumored to have a new liquid glass effect, which could mean a glossy, ripple-like finish radiating out from the MagSafe area. It's stylish, but also functional, giving users a safer way to carry their phones during travel, photography, or crowded events. Third-party brands like Peak Design have been doing this for years, so seeing Apple adopt the idea is huge. It could even hint at a bigger accessories strategy, Apple making its own gear more useful, not just fashionable. If you think about it, both of these leaks, the aluminum iPhone body and the lanyard-ready cases, tie back to one theme: Apple is rethinking practicality. Lighter, cooler, more durable phones. Safer, more functional cases. These aren't flashy marketing buzzwords like dynamic island or promotion. They're real-world changes that could make a huge difference in daily use. And maybe that's exactly the direction Apple wants to take with the iPhone 17 Pro, quietly solving problems users have dealt with for years while still keeping the premium Apple touch. So, will Apple actually go through with it? Will we really see an aluminum iPhone Pro in 2025, paired with some of the most practical cases they've ever made? We'll have to wait for Apple's big September event to know for sure. But if the leaks are accurate, the iPhone 17 Pro might not just look different, it could feel different, work differently, and finally tackle the little frustrations we've all had with our phones. And that's the kind of upgrade that matters.